Morning, everybody. Since we were on the life of David yesterday in Psalm 7, I want to continue on that thread with something I meant to say yesterday. In Psalm 7, it says David sang this song to the Lord on account of the words of Cush the Benjamite. We didn't know who Cush the Benjamite was, probably a relative of Saul, who somehow had slandered David to Saul. And we mentioned Doeg the Edomite, who ratted on David, having been at Nob after he ran away from Saul at first. That's 1 Samuel 21. And Doeg went and told Saul that David had been there at the tabernacle. And so Saul ordered his men and Doeg to go down and slay all the priests because they had, quote, betrayed Saul. And David had lied and knew that was the sin that caused all those priests to be slain. So one of the priests escaped, one of the sons of the priest escaped and went down to David. So anyway, then David finds out that the Philistines are attacking Keilah, a city on the border of the Philistine territory. And so David went down and delivered them. I think it says that he asked, David inquired of the Lord, and the Lord said, go down and deliver them. So he delivered that city. And then afterwards, David found out that Saul knew he was in Keilah and he had delivered that city. And he said, now I know exactly where I can go to get David because he's in an enclosed city. I'll go down there. Let's see how it reads here. Saul said, God has delivered him into my hand. Verse 7 of 1 Samuel 23, for he has shut himself in by entering a town that has gates and bars. So Saul called all the people together to go to war, to go down to Keilah. So David asked Ahimelech's son Abiathar, the priest, to bring the ephod down, which is how they heard from God in those days. So David inquired of the Lord, will the people of Keilah deliver me into the hands of Saul if Saul comes down and attacks? And the Lord said, yep, they'll deliver you into his hands. So the next verse says, David and his men, about 600, verse 13 of 1 Samuel 23, about 600 men arose and departed from Keilah and went wherever they could go. Then it was told Saul that David had escaped from Keilah. So here's an instance of we are hearing prophetic words and dreams these days, and God is speaking to people in dreams. And one of them we've heard recently that went viral, the video of this Pastor Dana, I've forgotten his last name, dear man, saying that he saw Russian soldiers and Chinese soldiers in the streets of America. Well, the point being, here's what happened. Lance Wallnau brought this whole story of Keilah into this subject because he said God knows what's going to happen if certain things don't happen, right? He told David, they're going to deliver you into Saul's hand. Because God saw what was in the hearts of the people of Keilah, and of course he knows everything, right? He saw what was in the hearts of Keilah, the people of Keilah, and he told David, they'll deliver you over to Saul. So David, because the Lord warned him, took off. So God speaks a word like there will be Russian soldiers and Chinese soldiers in the street. You don't have to. That doesn't have to happen. Pray. Do something about it. God warns people through dreams, through words, the prophetic word. So I wanted to bring that. I really appreciated that Lance brought that up. Another instance where David was betrayed was he went out, and it says he went wherever he could go. Well, he was in the wilderness of Ziph, which is on the west coast of the Dead Sea. And the Ziphites went and told Saul where he was, because they knew. So there was another instance where David was ratted on what a life he had. So that's all. I just wanted to bring that this morning. Bless you guys.